Hey, I'm Roxie Jones. I am an Alo Moves strength coach, and I'm here today for Good Moves with Well+Good. I'm going to be taking you through a back and shoulder strength training session, which will help you hopefully with your everyday movement, like closing doors, pulling things off of the floor, or maybe even pulling down a suitcase from an overhead bin when you're on an airplane. That way, it can prevent future injuries in your shoulders and help you have a really strong back. So when you're ready, all you'll need is a medium weight, a lighter weight, and if you have kettlebells instead of dumbbells like what I have here, that's also okay too. So for our first section, we're gonna be doing a superset pretty much for all three sections, but the first one, we're gonna do both of these movements for time. So I'll need you to grab your lighter weight. If you have a kettlebell, you're gonna hold it upside down, but come into your half kneeling position with your back toe tucked. We've got the half kneeling halo. So we're taking our weight around our head. So we start by the side, go back behind, back to the side, and then back center. And we'll reverse for our second rotation. Now, the whole idea of this is to get the shoulders warmed up first and foremost, but also to resist extending our spine back behind us. So I'm working with a 5-pound here. If you have heavier weight, I'd recommend going up to 12 or even 15 pounds if you have that available. Bring it back behind and then back in front. We're here for about 10 more seconds. Keep going. Now just make sure that your pelvis stays tucked so that your core stays engaged. Think about bringing the ribs down to the hips to connect all of this and keep it really tight. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then last one. One more rotation, and then weight comes down. Second movement, we're gonna pair this with a scapula push-up. So what this means is that I'm gonna let the shoulders sink up to my ears, but first and foremost, make sure your plank is nice and straight line from the head down to the heels. And then we're just gonna let the shoulders detract in the shoulder socket and then push the floor away. And we're here for 30 seconds. Push the floor away. So like I mentioned, we're doing supersets in this class today. What this means is we're doing exercises back to back with little or no rest. The rest that we do have though, we're gonna be doing an active recovery to keep your body moving since this is a short amount of time. Okay, and you should be able to get about 10 to 12 reps here. Just make sure that you're keeping your body really tight, squeeze your legs together. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax. So in the first superset, I usually like to do 2 warm-up exercises that are fairly on the lighter side, so don't think about going really heavy. This is just to get your body prepped for the heavier lifts, which will come later. So if you are ready, we can take about 10 seconds, or if you need like 30 seconds, take it, but otherwise, let's switch legs for a half kneeling halo. So now we put the other leg in front, back toe tucked so that you can have enough stability. When you're ready, start in front of your face. Let's rotate it to the side, back behind, side, back in front. Switch rotations, go the other way. Back in front. Remember, we're keeping our pelvis tucked because we want to keep our core tight. And that just means holding tension in our torso. To the side, back behind, side, back center. We're here for 10 more seconds. Keep that rotation, keep everything tight. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then last one, bring it down. We have one more set of the scapula push-ups. So hands out in front of you. I will say if you are pregnant and you're doing this class, I want you to just come down to the knees if you need to do that. That's another option because we care more about the shoulders getting enough movement. So if you can, join me here, knees off the floor, tension here, and start detracting the shoulders, protract them away. You can go slow on the way down, depress them into the sockets, and then push them away. 20 more seconds here. So not only is this good for a shoulder warm-up, but wow, it is warming up my core quite a bit. I'm starting to feel really tired. We got 15 seconds left. Push it away. Keep everything really tight. You might see my body start to tremble right about now. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees relax down to the floor. Okay, so we got through our first superset. We did 2 sets of that, and now we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes of the workout. So the first superset is always the most important. It should be the hardest. First, we're gonna start with the bent over row. We're gonna be going according to reps. So this is where you'll need your medium weight. We're gonna take a kick stance. So back toe, you wanna stay on the balls of your feet. We want the heel facing up, and you're gonna take your free arm and push it onto the top of the thigh. Grabbing onto your weight, we've got 8 reps per side. So when you're ready with a flat back, start pulling your weight up. 8 reps here. That's 2, 3, 4. Now, if you notice my rep speed, it's not very fast. I'm not jerking the weight up, and I'm just pausing at the top. So we call this like a 2-2 tempo. Take your time. 3, 2, and then last one. Let it go down. Let's switch sides, other side. So again, we're not taking a long rest between sides, but again, I'm gonna put my forearm on top here. If you've got a chair or a bench, you can also rest your hand in front, but I feel like this offers more support for the lower back here. That's 2, 3, 4. Let the arms sink all the way down so that shoulder protract, and then we'll retract it back so we get a nice full range of motion. 6, 7, and then last one, 8. All right, and let the weight go down. So that is one set down. Again, it's a superset, so we're gonna move right into the next movement. We've got a half kneeling windmill into the press. So set your legs up like a T shape. We're gonna rack up the weight on one side. So we've got a press in between each windmill, which we're doing 5 per side. So we start here, perpendicular stance. Press the weight up overhead. Now I want you to scrape your hand down your thigh, and you're gonna reach out. Coming back up, you're gonna open up the hip. Now think about sitting back into this hip on the way down with the windmill. From here, we're gonna bring the weight down, press back up, that's 1. Again, sweep your hand on your thigh, sit back in the hip, and then drive back up. That's 2. Reach out again, sit back in the hip, that's 3. Now this might feel hard. This might feel hard, so if it does feel like your form is starting to crumble, then that's when you want to lighten up the weight by 2 to 5 pounds. But you'll want to go heavier or lighter than that. Okay, I think that's 5. We might have done 4, but let's say we did 5. Reach out and then come back up again. Bring your weight down safely. Let's switch other side. Oh, my shoulder, I'm feeling that. All right, now, other foot goes in front, same thing here. Perpendicular stance, because you want to allow that hip to sit back. Let's press the weight up, reach out, sit back on the hip, and then come up. Press. Now, as you can tell, I'm letting the weight come down slowly. I'm also not punching it up to the sky because I've got a lot of control. Reach out, come back up, press, that's 2. Reach out, 3, bring it down, press. Now, if you're feeling like, whoa, I can't press it down or press it back up, then I want you to just hang out here with the weight up top, because this is already gonna build a lot of shoulder stability and strength. I think that's 4. I think it's 4. Let's do 5. So that was pretty hard for me. Bring it back down safely. And now we have an active recovery for 30 seconds. So I'm gonna have you lay on your back, lower back press to the floor, hands and knees come together. We're gonna alternate switching between sides for single side dead bug. So your goal is to press the lower back into the floor. Bring the knee and hand back together. 30 seconds here. Now, if your lower back starts to pop up off the floor, then I want you to just focus on holding this here. Hold your tension here between your hands and knees. All right, keep going. We have 15 seconds to go. Now, what I like about having an active recovery, which I don't usually do when I'm lifting, with this, since it's a short amount of time, we're getting a lot of work done, but we're also practicing holding tension in our core. 3, 2, 1, roll it back up. All right, so this is gonna be our second and our last set here. So once again, we've got bent over rows, back to position. Let's get in our kickstand stance. Forearm on top of the thigh, 8 reps. We got 1, we're gonna count this time. 2, 3, let the shoulders sink all the way down, stretch the back out. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then last one, 8. All right, so I could feel that that weight was challenging enough for me, because by the end of the set, I was getting pretty tired. I could have gotten about 2 more reps in, but I was able to stop there, and it was still challenging. So that's what you wanna feel when you're trying to pick a weight out that's gonna challenge you. 3, 4, 5, 6, almost there. Last 2, 7, and then 8. And now that we've gone through the movements, now you know what to do. Come down to half kneeling, perpendicular stance. Let's get that weight up. And press up. Reach out. Bring it back up. Reach out. So again, we're practicing shoulder stability. Look at your weight the whole time. I know you're probably watching me on your screen, but I want you to keep your eyes on your weight the whole time because you're gonna have better control. Because the second you take your eyes off your weight and you lose control, it's gonna go somewhere you don't want it to. Back up. Last one. And then reach out. Bring it down. So you can probably hear as well, my exhale is pretty strong. What that's gonna do is ensure that this stays tight on my exhale. So that's why you hear me breathing like a steamboat or something. All right, let's do this. Last time we do this, bring the weight down, press back up, reach. Let's go. 2. Maybe you'll notice the second set is moving a lot smoother because you're warmed up, you're familiar with the movements, you know what to do. Stay strong, let's go. Reach out. Got one more. Last one. Oof, you could tell that one was hard for me. That last rep was tough. Bring it down, weight to the floor. All right, lay it down on your back. Last time we're gonna do single side dead bugs. Remember, lower back stays pressed to the ground. You've got 30 seconds here. Reach out, alternate. Good news is we have one more superset left. This one we're gonna be partially on the floor, so just get ready. Reach out, bring it back, press your hand into your knee. Let's go. 30 seconds, almost there. 8 seconds left. In 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And roll it up or come up from your side lying position. Now the last superset, we've got 2 movements. Again, you're gonna need a lighter weight. If you have something between the medium and the lighter one, that's even better. But we've got tall kneeling, shoulder raises. Weights come out in front, and whenever you're ready, grab your weight, let's begin. We've got 12 reps here. Now whenever you're doing these, the muscle groups respond better to higher volume, so that's why we're doing 12 reps here. So you have 12 reps to complete. We just wanna stop right at shoulder height, and we don't want to swing the weight up. If this is happening, your weight is too heavy. Now if you wanna use 2 weights, you can bring them out to the side a little bit more, or you can stay with this front raise right here. So we've got, I think, we've got 10 more. 9, 8, and just make sure you're squeezing your glutes together and so that your hips aren't traveling back. All right, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then last one, 12. All right, flipping it over to your back, this is where you'll need the medium weight. We're gonna do some lying pull-overs. Now this is gonna be an added core challenge because I want you to elevate your legs upwards. We've got 10 reps here. Hold your weight firmly between the sides, all right? We don't wanna drop it on your moneymaker, but we're gonna lower the weight down behind your head, pressing the lower back into the ground. So that's where the core aspect comes, okay? This is 2, 3, exhale when you pull up, 4, 5, 6, and you should be feeling this alongside your back where the lats are. This is 7, 8, 9, and then one more, 10. Bring your weight down to your chest, and you can either toss it to the side or you can roll back up. Your active recovery for this superset is gonna be your bear hold. So pop over to your quadruped position, flat back. And we're just gonna push the knees away from the floor and hang out here for 30 seconds, all right? So again, just like in the beginning, don't let the shoulders sink up to the ears. We wanna push the floor away firmly. Pelvis tucked, abs on. 30 seconds here. I think we're about 10 seconds in, so that leaves us left with 20 seconds, and then we have one final set, and we're gonna finish right on time. All right, we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax down. All right, so let's do one more set. Again, grab your lighter medium weight if you have that. Tall kneeling, and let's go ahead with 12 reps. So we're continuing to move. We're not really taking a lot of breaks here. Short amount of time, we wanna pack the most in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can already feel the fatigue in my shoulders, right? Feel it. 11, and then last one, 12. All right, weight down. Let's move to the floor. Last and final set, and we'll do an active recovery to cap things off. Okay, lower back press to the ground. Again, if you don't want to lift your legs up and you feel like you want to focus just on the back, keep your feet on the floor. I think you'll probably get more out of that if you just leave it on the ground. Lower back, press down. Let's go. This is 2. We got 10 reps total. 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7, 8. Last 2, 9, and then 10. Awesome. All right, bring your weight down. All right, guys, final thing we're doing, put your weight to the side, flip over. You've got a 30-second bear hold. Pop over here, abs on. Let's go. Hover above the floor, 30 seconds. Come on. Now, if you're with your workout partner, try to test their stability. See how tight they're holding their body. If you can knock them over, tell them they got to be a little bit tighter, all right? Hang out here. We've got 15 seconds left on the clock, and then we're done. Hold it here. Come on. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Don't stop. 5. Don't stop. 4, 3, 2, 1, and finally, let it go. And that wraps up our training session for shoulders and back. I hope you feel a lot stronger. I recommend doing this maybe once a week so that you can progress it with more weight or either slowing down your tempo or adding more reps. So thanks so much for joining me for Good Moves, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the mat next time.